Good morning YouTube, welcome to the financial information channel. In this video I'm going to give you the information if you want to invest into the Facebook stock. So let's start with the video. So Facebook has been one of the best stocks since 2013. I started investing into Facebook back in 2012, I believe. Before we start investing, let me give you the complete information. What is Facebook? What is basically the risk? And if it's a really good value to trade, in the stock market. First, let's find out about the Facebook business and to see if it's worth, investing into the stock. Let's find out about the statement that they have in their 10K. So as you can see right now, you're looking at the business overview and it says, our mission is to give people the power to share and make the world more open and connected. Our top priority is to build useful and engaging products that enable people to connect and share through mobile devices and personal computers. So basically what Facebook does is actually allows you, to share your moments, your photos. You can even comment on different type of friends that you have, and it's one of the best social media platforms. Now we're going to find out what Facebook owns as products, and actually let me tell you, they are very diversified. Number one is the main platform is Facebook. I'm pretty sure that you have been on Facebook at some point, or at the very least, have created an account. So Facebook, what it does, it basically allows you to connect with people, with friends, even read the news nowadays, even though some of those news are not very accurate. However, they are doing a better job, And nowadays, the good thing about Facebook is that you can actually watch the news, read the news, watch a lot of videos, which are very popular in my opinion, and they're doing a great job. And actually, that's the main product they have, at this moment. Now, the other one that is very popular is called Instagram. And Instagram has become one of the best products that they were able to obtain. But let me explain what Instagram is. Instagram allows you to send photos or videos to friends or even post them online. Nowadays, it has become one of the best social programs that we actually have access to. Now I find it funny that Facebook owns the best websites, for social media, and at the same time the best photo, where you can share your pictures and videos at the same time. They're doing a great job. And the next product is Messenger. Now Messenger is integrated with Facebook. Basically, you can actually, instead of going to the main app, you can actually just send message to friends, instead of logging into the app of Facebook. Sometimes you just want to chat with friends that are in Facebook and not read all the nonsense that sometimes appears on Facebook. And the next app is called WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a messenger app. However, it works different than Messenger. And let me explain. WhatsApp allows you to send any text messages to any person around the world without having a Facebook account. I rarely see any people without a Facebook account. However, if they don't have a Facebook account, they can create a WhatsApp, and still communicate with some people, that have the same app connected. Now, the great thing about Facebook is that all those apps are completely free of use, All you have to do is just create an account and then follow your friends, and start chatting with them if that's what you want. And the number 5 product they own is called Oculus. Oculus is a virtual reality device, and they barely released it, I believe, in 2016, I believe. I'm not very familiar with the virtual reality. However, that's a way to, diversify in their products. Especially nowadays, virtual reality is becoming more popular around the world. So that's basically the core business of Facebook. It's very simple, just make sure that you're connected to social network, connect with friends, with co-workers, with casual friends, or whatever you want to call them, It allows you to do different things, and they want to make sure that you keep using the app in having different products. And basically how they generate revenue is through advertising through those programs. I'm pretty sure that if you have used Facebook, you have seen a lot of ads on your news feeds, right? Like any other company, it usually has risks. Let's go over the first risk of that company. The first risk, and the most important, is adding new users or retaining the users. I'm sure that Facebook does not want to become the next MySpace. MySpace is a ghost town nowadays. I'm pretty sure that you're familiar with the social media sites. Now, the risk number two is that Facebook can become impaired by government. And let me explain why. As you know, governments sometimes have the power to restrict Facebook access in different countries. You have seen in North Korea, for example, Facebook is not allowed in North Korea and different parts of the world. For example, like China, it has a different type of restriction in that country. It would be amazing of the price of the stock if they were able to basically get into China. That would make the Facebook stock go up if their business were able to access China, you know. Imagine going Facebook into China, their stock price is gonna go all the way to the moon. And the number three, for example, is that CEO of Facebook, which is Mark, has complete control over Facebook. He has done an amazing job in my opinion, and I don't think that's a risk. And actually that's a good benefit. He's a really smart person. He has made huge, and I mean huge decisions to purchase different products throughout the years. And the risk number four, which this is for the people that are basically investing for the stock only for a few months, is that they actually do decisions based on what's going to benefit them the most in the long term. Most of the purchases that he did in the past didn't have any revenue at all. And now look at Facebook nowadays, they're growing an amazing revenue throughout these years. Now let's look at what Facebook has done throughout these years, how it's generating income. Let's look at the income statement first. Now we're looking at the income statement. Let's look at 2014. In 2014, it generated 12 billion. In 2015, it generated almost 18 billion. But now look in 2016, almost 28 billion. Now let's look at the operating expenses. On research development, they spent about 2.6 billion. In 2015, 4.8 billion. And in 2016, almost 6 billion. You know, they haven't spent that much compared to how much money they have gotten through revenue. Now in the second page of the income statement, you see that they have a total net income after all expenses of about 3 billion in 2014, about 3.6 in about 2015. And look at 2016, a ridiculous 10.1 billion in 2016 alone. Wow, that's unbelievable. Did you see what I saw? Did you completely see that income statement from 2.9 billion in 2014 to 10.1 in 2016? That's an unbelievable income in those 2 years. That's crazy an amount of revenue. Now we know that they're actually very profitable. Now let's look at the balance sheet to see how they're managing their money. So we're looking at the balance sheet. In 2014, they had about 4.3 billion in cash and cash equivalents. In 2015, about 4.9, and in 2016, look at that cash and cash equivalent. In 2016, 8.9 billions. That's crazy. Oh wow. Then we look at the short-term investments. In 2014, they had about 6.8 billion, 13.5 in 2015, and now in 2016, 20.5 billions in short-term investments. And they don't have anything on long-term investments. But now let's look at how much they owe. Now let's look at liabilities. In 2016, they had a short-term debt of about 316 millions, 2015 to 24 million, and in 2016, about 280 million. Now look at the long-term debt. They have 119 million in 2014, 107 in 2015, and in 2016 they don't owe anything. That's an amazing job. Now what can I say? That balance sheet is perfect. It has a lot of cash and cash equivalents and almost no debt. That's unbelievable. What an amazing job. Now we're going to look at the community stats to see if they're actually growing in the user base on each platform. Let's look at the following stats. So as you can see right now, Facebook at this moment has 1.86 billion users as of December 2016. That's an unbelievable number. Now on WhatsApp, it has 1.2 billion as of February 2017. In Facebook Messenger, it has 1.2 billion as of April 2017. And Instagram, that is growing through the roof in the last few years, has about 600 million as of December 2016. Wow, that's an unbelievable number. And I'm actually surprised and I'm very happy to hear that, because I'm actually investing into Facebook, but I'm gonna show you exactly why and how I started investing into Facebook. Let's look at some of the news of Facebook. Now, as you can see, this is Facebook annualized revenue per user. That means they get that amount based for every user that is using their platform. In 2011, they were getting about $5 for every user. Now look at 2016, they're getting almost $16 in advertising revenue per every user. That's an unbelievable number. Went from $5 all the way to almost $16 in about 6 years. And Facebook continues growing up in the user base. Unbelievable. Now we're going to take a look at Instagram and I'm going to show you exactly why. I think it's going to be a vital part of generating more income for Facebook. Now we're looking at the Instagram article, and Instagram has more than 500 million users, including 63% of US millennials. And that's very important. Having millennials using your platform is going to continue, creating revenue for a lot of years, in my opinion. We both know that millennials are using Snapchat as well, which is one of the main rivals of Instagram and Facebook. But let's take a look at this article. This article is from July 13, 2017. Facebook said that Instagram broke the 200 million mark of daily active users. Snapchat last reported of having 158 millions of daily active users, but that was several months ago. Now let me tell you, Instagram released an application about 9 months ago, I believe, that actually has similar features that Snap. And look at now, 200 million daily active users. Unbelievable. They're doing an amazing job in Instagram. That's the second way that they can actually generate income through Instagram advertising as well. But now let's look at what they have planned for the future. One of the things that they're not monetizing is WhatsApp, but they're actually coming up with a different plan for that platform, and let me explain why. Now, as you can see in this article, WhatsApp is the most popular messaging app in India with over 200 million users, and it plans to launch a digital payment service in that country. Now, most people don't realize what things can happen if they implement the payment plan through WhatsApp. But let me explain why that is very important. Now, in this article, it says P2P, which is peer-to-peer payments market in the US, is expected to cross the 200 billion by 2020. And this article, it says PayPal, Venmo, Square, Cash, basically all of those digital payment sites are dominating the market. PayPal is basically the main player with about 50% of the market. However, I see that as an opportunity for Facebook, and they're actually testing India to see how their mobile payments work. And if they're successful in doing a payment plans through India, they're probably going to launch it in the United States soon. That creates a huge opportunity for us, the investors. I hope that becomes a reality so Facebook can get an additional revenue from WhatsApp. As I mentioned earlier, WhatsApp is not being monetized at this moment, so that's a good way, to get an additional income. And now we're going to take a look at the Oculus Rift, where I consider the black sheep of the family, and let me explain why. Now, as you can see in this article, the VR industry shipped around 6.3 million devices. However, look at how much units the Oculus Rift sold. 0.24 million units sold. Now, the good thing about it is that Facebook is actually reducing the price, because I think the price for that device was way too high. So they are actually reducing the price by $100. I still think that the VR is one of those spaces that is gonna be hard, to win, in my opinion. It has a lot of top players in the VR space. It has Google, it has the PlayStation 4 VR device, Samsung, and HTC. It's a very competitive market, and I think that's probably one of the things that I don't see them getting huge profits. As long as they sell a healthy amount of units, I'm gonna be satisfied. Now let me tell you my story, how I started investing into Facebook. In June 15 of 2012, I bought 300 shares of Facebook at $30, per share. Now, if you look at their price now, you're gonna say, oh, what an amazing deal. However, I was an idiot and I sold most of the stocks. I sold all my position on May 20th of 2013 and I actually had a loss on that position. I sold all the shares at $26, so I actually had $4 loss for each share that I bought. So technically it was about $1,200 in about a year. It's a lot of money to lose. So what happened to me is that I didn't have a lot of patience. I saw the stock just trading around the mid 20s, and I never thought that it was gonna grow up that huge. However, I started investing again in Facebook in October 30th of 2013. I bought 150 shares for $50 a share back then. I was starting to see what Facebook was becoming, and that was the vision that I had, when I started investing for the first time. If you start investing in the stock market, make sure that you create, that patience. Sometimes it's really hard, to see that company that you think is going to go this way, go the opposite way, And that's what happened to me. In addition, because I was seeing Facebook was doing all those things, I added more position. On May 12th, I added 100 more shares, and I paid, I think, about $58 per share. And in October 27 of 2014, I added more position. I bought another 100 shares for around 75 to 78. I'm gonna put it on the screen so you can have the exact number. And as you know, after the November elections, Facebook actually dropped a lot of money. And I saw that as an opportunity to buy more shares. I paid around $118 per share, and I bought around 100 more shares. Now let's take a look how Facebook is doing so far this year. Now you can see the stock price is around 139 with 39 cents. But look at the year to date. It has grown 21%. In January it grew about 13%. February and March about 4%. And April hasn't been a good month. However, it's still 21% so far this year. And before I give you my decision, we're gonna look at the stock summary. As you can see, it's trading almost near the 52-week high. It has a huge market cap of 4.2 billion. The PE ratio is about 39, almost 40. However, that's because the stock has moved a lot. And the next earning is gonna be on April 25th to May 1st. Now, what is my verdict? Facebook, to me, because I'm investing in that stock, is one of the best stocks to buy as of right now. I expect the stock to be at the 160 range in a few months, but we're gonna have to wait and see. As far as me, I'm gonna keep that stock for the long term. It's one of the great stocks. I can see the stock easily go around $200 in the next few years. It has a lot of positives, and it continues to grow every year. That's unbelievable. Well, that's gonna be everything for the video. Please like this video if you like it. Leave in the comment section if you plan to invest in the Facebook stock, and at what price did you start investing, or are you planning to invest? And if you have any additional questions, leave in the comment section as well. Subscribe to the Financial Information channel. I'm gonna bring you more videos about the stock market and more reviews about companies that are trading in the stock market. I hope that you have an excellent day, and take care, my friends.